Graydon House and Harper Audio present The Widow of Pale Harbour by Hester Fox, performed by Lauren Ezzo. And this was the reason that, long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. Edgar Allan Poe. Annabel Lee. 1. This was the fourth dead raven to appear on Sophy Carver's front path in as many weeks, and there was no explaining it away as coincidence this time. Except that this one wasn't dead. Not quite. Sophronia had never killed a living creature before, but as she stared down at the raven and its crooked, twitching wings on her front path, she got the queasy feeling that the most humane course of action might be to snap the poor thing's neck. Tugging her shawl tighter against the chill, salty air, she crouched down to peer at the bird. Its feathers were blue and black, darker even than her own inky hair, and as iridescent as the ocean on a moonless night. The bird stared back at her, unmoving except for the slow blink of its glassy eye. She wanted very much to reach out a finger and stroke its slick feathers, but that somehow felt like a breach of confidence, like telling a secret that did not belong to her. "Helen?" she called, without tearing her gaze away from the bird. "Helen, come quickly!" Slowly rising to her feet, she gazed about the estate grounds and craned her neck to squint at the roof of the great old house, silhouetted against the heavy clouds. Perhaps the bird had fallen from the eaves, or perhaps Duchess had felled it, though the old cat could barely bring down a mouse. That, at least, would explain how it had come to be lain so carefully across the center of the front path, as if it were some sort of pagan offering. When Sophronia had come across the first dead raven, she had assumed it had been the victim of some sort of sickness, or perhaps weakened by storm winds. The next two she had likewise justified, but with a growing sense of uneasiness. A prickle of cold blossomed down her spine as she realized that she could no longer dismiss the dead and injured birds. Someone, or something, was leaving them for her to find. She stiffened, with a darting glance about her, as if someone might be lurking just beyond the broad lawn or out past the gate, watching her. But there was no one. The only movement the breeze through the flaming autumn trees, the only sound the far-away cry of a gull. The path was supposed to be safe. The entire grounds of the estate were supposed to be safe. It was only out past the wrought iron gate and into the town beyond that chaos and uncertainty reigned. Better to stay inside the grounds, where she had control. Sophronia had long ago learned to push all the bad memories and specters out of the house and into the world beyond, firmly shutting her heart and mind against them. So to see a creature in distress, so close to death, well, that was not safe. "Helen!" Sophronia called, louder this time, her voice carrying up the path to where the front door stood open. A moment later, a pale woman of about 40, her dark hair pulled severely back from her face, appeared in the doorway. She frowned at the sight of her mistress standing over the bird. "Duchess must have caught it," Sophronia said, with a shake of her head, as the woman stepped briskly over to where she was standing. Helen gave her a skeptical look and then leaned down to examine the bird for herself. "Duchess couldn't catch her own tail," she said, scorn edging her husky voice. "It's the town brats making trouble again, I'd wager."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?